What's up, guys? Julian here from J. Lewis Trading, and today we're going to be going over a trade I put on in INFI. Obviously, this trade followed all of the rules that we needed to get into a day trade, and I'm just going to break down sort of how I was looking at price action and what triggered me to get into this trade. So obviously this was a market moving trade. There was a lot of shares being moved around on this pre-market, as you can see right through here on this gray area. It's what caught my attention, and I decided I was going to throw it up on my monitor and watch this with a handful of other stocks into the market. So right through here is where we had that pre-market activity, and you can see that when the market opened, this thing just fired right off the top and out of the gate from 255, and it ranged all the way up to 290. So that's a really quick 1 minute 35 cent rip to the upside, and it's kind of difficult to try and get into that type of trade because you don't really know where price action is going to go yet. Is it just going to rip up and then completely collapse? Got to stay sort of fluid and flexible. So I let this thing open up. It did its thing, and you can see that it pulled back right through here, and there was a bit of a pullback. And you can see that there's roughly about a 50% pullback. If you were to pull up your Fibonacci retracement tool, you'd probably see that right through here to 241, up through here into almost 3, and then pulling back. It's roughly approximately about a 50% pullback. And off that level, holding on that 20 period, you see that it started to rally to the upside. I was looking at some of these past bear candles as potential entry points to take out the top of those candles. I ended up getting in right through here at 275, and what I was doing is I was looking at this top candle or pivot high $3 as a mark. 25-cent move to the upside, and on a trade like that, reading right off of my ledger here, I had a full 10-cent worth of risk. So I risked 10 cents to potentially make 25. It's 2.5 times. Not too bad. What ended up happening is the pivot high actually was taken out at $3. Went a little bit higher, all the way up to 219. I'd love to tell you that I got out at the top of this candle. Unrealistic. As this thing started to roll over and I started to see the selling coming on through the level 2, I decided to bump my original stop from 265, and I moved this thing all the way aggressively up to about $3. And then when I could see that there was a lot of selling pressure coming in, I just moved it all the way up to where the bid was kind of sitting at 310, and a little bit below that around 306, 307, all the way up to 310. The bid was fluctuating quite a bit there. So I actually moved my stop up to 305, and you can see that it ended up getting triggered right through here, taking me out of the trade. So I actually breached my primary target by about 5 cents. Not too bad, because again, my primary target was up around $3, and took about 30 cents home. 11-cent gain, nothing too crazy, but when you do this time and time again on size, it really starts to add up. Again, I had 2.5 times the projected upside than I did downside on my initial targets, and ended up getting a little bit more than that. This was well over 3% upside to, or 3 times the upside than the downside on this trade. So pretty happy about this. If you have any questions about INFI, feel free to give me a shout. I'm at info@jlewistrading.com, and we'll see you in the next video lesson. Thanks so much for watching.